Hi everybody, welcome to the channel. I know that things have been kind of crazy surrounding everything going on, but I wanted to make a video breaking it down for everyone that's curious but not involved in the community. That said, we're here today to talk about Violet Hunter, better known by her stage name, President Girlfriend. This is very important to me. It's tragic what has happened, and there's a lot of misinformation flying around out there, so I thought we could assemble the facts and see where that takes us. And I'm not a detective or a journalist or whatever, so please don't sue me. I'm just a devoted President Girlfriend fan, and like the rest of us, I want to find out what happened. For those of you who don't know, President Girlfriend is the name of a musical collaboration between Violet Hunter and producer Berlin Halifax that was released in September of 2035. The album was an underground hit on the indie scene, and the duo leveraged that success into a contract with Vestal Entertainment, or so the story goes. Hunter and Halifax met through a mutual friend while Hunter was attending Royal Oaks University. Hunter had been studying law and says that she had no interest in pursuing music, but was talked into helping Halifax as a favor. Fast forward 3 months, and Hunter would drop out of college to become the next superstar. Vestal Entertainment quickly set up Hunter and Halifax with the supergroup Pale Horse. Their first single with the band rocketed up the charts. The group was profiled in Spin, and later Rolling Stone. Though the articles hinted at social and political tensions within the group, especially between Halifax and pop diva Fine China, the promise of drama behind the scenes just fueled the fire of their burgeoning success. Especially because the music was just so damn good. As streams rolled in and radio play racked up, Vestal Entertainment booked President Girlfriend for a tour across the US and Europe, with a stop in Tokyo. But Violet Hunter would never leave for that tour. In fact, after October 21, 2035, Violet Hunter would never be seen again. Now, a word for the skeptics. Violet Hunter was a legal adult and perfectly capable of making her own choices. This is why there was a delay at all in her being filed as a missing persons, because she's an independent person and not beholden to anyone. I know you love to say that we crazy internet people are always stirring up conspiracies. But the circumstances of her disappearance and what we know about her last day are suspicious. You'd have to be blind to deny it. And yes, I know that a lot of the information available to us was hacked. As in, illegal. But as a fan of President Girlfriend who is worried about her well-being, it's not like I'm going to turn up my nose at it because it's unethical. Her life could be in danger, and we should use everything at our disposal to find out what happened. So, what happened? Here are the facts. The morning of October 21st, Hunter received a phone call that lasted 3 minutes and 44 seconds. She then stepped out on her balcony and was photographed by paparazzi. She looked worried and was smoking a cigarette, which she's never been seen doing before. At noon, she leaves her apartment and meets Berlin Halifax for lunch. They document this on their Instagram stories. They are both sure to promote the tour, which would have started the next day on October 22nd in Seattle. At 2:30 p.m., GPS data locates Hunter back at her apartment. At 5, Hunter posts the following picture to Twitter and Instagram. The caption reads, "The path of life can be wicked and fickle. But even then, there is something so enchanting about that. See you soon, Seattle." At 6:30 p.m., GPS data locates Hunter at a bodega near her home. We know from the camera roll leak that while within the bodega, Hunter took a photograph. The figure here, though partially obscured, is a bald white man with distinctive tattoos. You can clearly see the Eye of Horus and other occult markings. So it is our belief that this man had something to do with Hunter's disappearance. Or at least, she suspected him enough that she thought it was worth taking his photo. Unfortunately, no leads have surfaced regarding the tattoos, but all that really means is, no one is willing to talk. As most of us have seen, the bodega owner is the last person known to have seen Hunter. After the leak, he confirmed having seen this man and that he left the store shortly after President Girlfriend, but he has no relationship with him and has not seen him before or since. At 6:50 p.m., Hunter left the bodega. However, instead of turning left and walking 2 blocks to her apartment, Hunter turned right and began walking in the other direction. Why? Was she being followed? I had a look on Google Maps, and it's worth noting that there was a fire station and police station in that direction, but she never reached them. The trail stops dead just before 7, outside what turned out to be a tattoo removal clinic. Her phone would sit on the sidewalk for 2.5 hours before its battery died. Members of the Stan community that have experience with law enforcement and abduction have shared the possibility that she was kidnapped off the street, pulled into a car, etc. The skinhead was like the raptor in Jurassic Park. So where is the database of evil? Why can't we catch this guy? 772305 690,879 2,773 4,743 President Girlfriend was a promising young rising star. If this hadn't happened, it's much more likely that you would know her name. Right? But yet again in the music industry we have a life tragically mangled, leaving us with more questions than answers. What happened to President Girlfriend? Who was the man in the bodega? Is she still out there? And can she be saved? One thing's for sure, until we figure out what's happening and why, this will happen again. It is so shocking and tragic seeing something like this happen, and then doubly so to see the system fail. Or in many ways, as I suspect, how the failure of the system informs and creates these tragedies. Mysterious disappearances and deaths are not uncommon in the music industry. The consensus surrounding Connie Converse, who disappeared in 1974, suggests that maybe Hunter, who never wanted fame in the first place, simply went into hiding before this could all take off. I know that's what the skeptics will say, and honestly, I hope so. I hope for the best. I hope she's okay. But on the flip side, we also must remember that there is a profit motive for murder in the industry in which she worked, that has a long history of nipping genius in the bud in violent and sadistic ways. I'm thinking the secret meeting rap memo of 1991, which is all I should probably say on the subject. If you know, you know, that's all I'll say. But for instance, and simply put, every artist's catalog is worth exponentially more money after they are dead. Could this be a hit from the inside? Babyface, Richie Edwards, Licorice, Lady Josephine, all rising acts that vanished off the map in the last 10 years. When it's laid out in front of you, it's kind of stunning, isn't it? But most people haven't even heard of these acts. It's all about Jazz Lopez and people they found on Disney Channel. It's almost like these indie acts have to compete with giants, and when one of them poses even a moderate threat, they get taken care of. Are we going to just sit back and let the bully pick all the others off the playground while the police sit idly by? Because that's how it's done in America, right? Land of the free with purchase. I'm not talking about an armed revolution. I'm not talking about anarchy. I'm a skinny 22-year-old with about 14 total brain cells, and I spend way too much time online talking about musicians. And I know that other people out there are going missing too, and getting murdered in awful terrible ways, and obviously I care about that too. And obviously other people care. There is a whole true crime community for that. So don't come at me like others have, saying that I have brain worms for caring about President Girlfriend. I knew her music, and I was looking forward to her career and felt like she could almost be like a Taylor Swift artist for my generation. There's something so Sharon Stone about her. And if you think it's stupid to mourn and follow the case, you're being really insensitive. So that's the basics of what's going on. If people like this video, I will try to make a follow-up if more information comes out. I think maybe the most important thing is getting that picture out and seeing if someone speaks up, so please share if you can. Do you know anything about the man in that picture? Do you have any theories about what happened to President Girlfriend? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for listening to President Girlfriend's story. While it's important to take action if we can, we must acknowledge the possibility that this will go forever unsolved. For that reason, I'd like to take a moment to remember her for what a happy, talented, creative, and beautiful woman she was. She was an artist with a unique take on the world, and that made her dangerous. She should be living her best life right now, partying and making music. I can almost feel the songs she never wrote. Thanks everybody. Like and subscribe.